Welcome to Gathering Thyme and Grace. I'm Lori, and I live in southwestern Ontario in a rural farming community. I've recently retired from my career as a developmental support worker, and anyway, I've decided that I was watching all these YouTube videos and was fascinated by the junk journal world and decided to see if I could make one. And this is actually my 6th or 7th one that I've made. This particular one is for a family member. They had just recently had a baby and recently got married, so this is part of their wedding gift. This journal is about just shy of 8.5 by 5.5, and the spine is 1 3/4. I had made a spine dangle because I had found these little shoes and I knew they had to go on this particular book, so I did some noisy glittery bits. You know, looks good. This is the spine. This is the back. I've used some old handles that I had found at an antique shop for the closure, and I tea-dyed lace. Here's the profile. There are 5 signatures within this book. And the front page, I made a pocket, did some collaging, and added a picture of my nephew's grandmother and a letter she had written, and a little bit about the junk journal. I did some collaging on this page, added in some ephemera from Girls' Own Annual and different books on children that I have in my collection. And tea-dyed the pages, used some stickers, did some stamping. Now, of course, we have to have Peter Rabbit. This belly band here, I had seen Catherine on Sunnyside Studios do, so I gave myself a little hand at trying it, and I actually quite like it. These cards are all from Nancy at Wishes and Weeds, and I had rusted out the paper clips. I made a puzzle, but I don't think it turned out very good, but I added it anyway. And this pocket with some lace and more tea-dyed paper, Peter Rabbit, books about children, from children. And the little clip here I also seen Catherine make, and so I had made a couple too. Added a card and a little journaling booklet, little pocket here with some more journaling space. Tried to leave as much as possible so that they had lots of room to add their memories or whatever they're choosing to use the book for. And tea-dyed paper. This is from Reproduction Eaton's catalog. More tea-dyed paper. I covered this print page with some paper for more collage or more journaling space, and I did some stamping. This paper here is from the Girls' Own Journal. Gosh, it feels like silk. It's beautiful. I did some stamping there. We have a picture of some tulips. More tulips. I made a little pocket here and did some collaging. Added some music sheets from the Girls' Own Annual. Another little pocket here. And another belly band from Catherine with a bingo card. And I added some more journaling space. It's a picture of a windmill in Holland. And here there were some traditional skaters from Holland, and I did a little collaging there as well. Did some stamping and whatnot on papers. Here's the other little clip and from Catherine, and a little journaling booklet. There's a pocket of a windmill. Put some items in there. There's a little boy reading his book. This actually paper is quite fragile. I should have backed it, I think. This paper I actually got in a bag of stuff from Value Village. It's a reproduction, but it was kind of fun to read, so I added it. And another pocket with some different stickers that I had to use up. I had found a placemat with that depicted different scenes from Holland, so I had cut it out, backed it with some paper, and made some pockets with it. Some more journaling space. I added a few pictures of cars and horses and things. My nephew does like that, so tried to incorporate a little bit in for him. A little bit of journaling space here. More here. This actually, the milk top came from Wishes and Weeds, Nancy at Wishes and Weeds. And here's the other little pocket, and I took a bridge booklet and made some journaling space out of that. Did a little collage, could journal on there, and an old postcard about sunburn. I stamped in, they could write a recipe. Here's a picture of women in traditional Dutch dress. And oh, and this journal has 5 signatures. Some more collaging and journaling. I made a couple of tags, collaged on them, and left some spots on the back for journaling. More of the Eaton's catalog, and more of Peter Rabbit, a little collage there. And more papers from children's storybooks that I happen to have. Did a little collage spot there. And then I had this envelope, and I made 2 pockets out of it. Happened to find a recipe for a Dutch baby, so I thought that was kind of interesting to put in there. And more papers here. And then more journaling spot here. And here's the middle of the paper. And here's more Peter Rabbit. And another spot for a recipe if she so chooses. And here's another little tag. And more journaling papers, tea-dyed. This came from Nancy at Wishes and Weeds. My niece-in-law is actually from the Burlington area, so I thought she might find that interesting. Little journaling page there. I had this sweet little piece of crochet, so I made a little pocket out of it and added tea cards, which are actually all from Nancy at Wishes and Weeds. Another little journaling spot. And I made a tag, a journal there, and I did some collage on that. And here is some dance music, I guess, from Holland. And here's another little booklet that I made from a bridge book. We could do some, you know, journaling in that as well. I also did rust off the paper clips, and more from books that I happen to have. Little boy in Dutch dress playing with boats. That was kind of cute. Here are some children playing, and it's a belly band. I did some sewing around it. Little sticker. And more of my tea-dyed paper. I did this little pocket here. I just couldn't resist this sweet little girl. And these are all from cigarette cards from Nancy at Wishes and Weeds. This middle page here depicts a windmill and male and female in Dutch dress. And here's another little pocket. Couldn't resist this little one reading his book. And a few little bits and bobs in there. And we have an envelope. And a little bit of collage there with a windmill. And here's another one of those pieces from the placemat with a little bit of journaling booklet. And we have a picture here of some boys, and I did a little journaling spot there, a little tag. This here pocket has some different game papers from an old Monopoly game. And at the back here is a little pocket, my name, and when the book was copyrighted, which was 1970, it also says here, a portion of this book appeared in Playboy in a slightly different form. Didn't look that up. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that quick little flip through. I am hoping to do videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and on Thursdays if I happen to go thrifting. Don't forget, you are amazing, and please subscribe and like. And I thank you for joining today.